Here come the walkers. With our faithful Priscilla bringing up the rear. And we're on our way to Mass right here at this church of San Francesco. Beautiful church we toured yesterday, and today we get to have Mass. Through these beautifully trimmed trees everywhere, so nicely trimmed. And we're going to Mass right here at San Francesco.
On Saturday, I think we will have the opportunity to renew our baptismal promises. Today I'd like to share with you, to speak a little bit about that Sanguine done, for this is my body, which will be given up for you.
No
They do the work by hand around here. Crowds after Mass in the beautiful streets of San Miguel. Great homily, Father.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to look at my baptism date when I get home.
And walking through the main square here, again, more trimmed trees, beautiful, and there's the
But you
parochial
were baptized by the
church.
Yeah, so we have a certificate.
St. Michael the Archangel.
Yeah. And
Right here in front of the main church, they're putting up a Christmas tree. You can see all of the pieces here, and the truck too. They're building a Christmas tree right there in front of our eyes. Oh, better go and catch up with our group.
Pretty with the sun behind it.
what are they made out of?
¿De qué están hechos?
Déjame sacarte fotos, cómprale algo también.
¿De qué están
after Mass, now we're ready to get back on the bus and leave this beautiful hotel and go to Puebla. There's our great driver.
Hola.
Excellent driver.
Gracias.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the
I
hour.
heard the question asked, are we going to Mass today? It was never a question that was asked, it was just given and understood. When we got to be old enough that we could go to confession, then we would go a little early, 15 minutes or so early, to line up and go to confession once a month. And if we were on the road for more than 15 minutes, we knew that we were going to pray the rosary. And not just were we going to pray the rosary as a family, but when we as children got old enough to know how to lead the decades, the Our Father, the 10 Hail Marys, and the Glory Be, we also needed to know the mysteries of the rosary, because each of us would take a turn and announce the mystery, and then lead the Our Father, and lead the 10 Hail Marys, and lead the 10, and then lead the Glory Be, and then it would...
Hopefully it's not explosive. The dairy truck.
After an hour and a half or so, we stopped for a break and to have a nice lunch of good Mexican food. This was a wonderful place with shops and stores and restaurants, and all of these advertisements as we went in sure made us hungry. The making of corn tortillas. And here's what they look like when they're done. They're really good, and it smells good. The whole restaurant smells like corn. So here we have a cheese tortilla type thing. White beans, rice. This is steak with cactus. That green there is all cactus. And some fresh jalapeno peppers, which I like. And the corn tortillas. Some Mexican beer here. And some really hot sauce. Really hot sauce. So there we go. It's lunchtime in Mexico. We're in the restrooms here. It's kind of interesting. They don't have toilet paper in the stalls. You have to get your toilet paper here before you go around and go into the stall. Okay, after Mass, now we're ready to get back on the bus and leave this beautiful hotel and go to Puebla. There's our great driver.
Hola.
Excellent driver.
Gracias.
There was a law, a very strict law, that priests and nuns and religious persons they must not use their vestments in the street, nor organize or celebrate anything in public, and even nor to go to Mass. I was surprised about that. It was very, very astonishing. Then it was the first time I heard about Cristeros. Then in the 19th and 20th century class, I discovered a lot of things about this first Cristero War that happened between 1926 and 1927.
Let this be a lesson to many of you who help the traitors Cristeros. Lord, siéntate bien. ¡Ya!
we stopped at the rest area and found these most welcome signs for mujeres and caballeros.
Well, the answer is no for both. Well, no for the first and yes for the second. For the first, yes, since this recent research has been done, you know, it's no mention in the official books of history. There is sometimes mentioned as one of the other rebellions that were in the 1920s, but it's just a line on, it's not mentioned nor details.
We love the La Quinta Real here in Puebla. Look out our bedroom window. This is the courtyard down below. It's an outdoor courtyard, and look at the church right outside our window, 2 churches. And we're going to have dinner right out there in that courtyard in half an hour. I don't think anybody's complaining about our dinner tonight in this open courtyard in an old convent which has been transformed into a restaurant. And there's our group right there, just getting seated and ready for dinner. And look at the beauty of this place. So, a few more pictures and we'll close it out for the day. This is the tortilla soup. No, go ahead. Yeah, and this, they bring it with the solids in it, and then they add the soup. Look how cool that is. Very creative. Gracias.
I know.